Welcome back. Before we get back to the phone lines, want to tee it up with their Roost Chris sizzling shot, celebrating some of the local golfers who fired a hole-in-one. For tonight's show, it's Jan Houston from the club at Nevillewood on the 5th hole, 128 yards with a 9-wood, and that happened earlier today, actually. So congratulations to Jan Houston, and that is our high five from Roost Chris Steakhouse at 6 PPG Place downtown, home of the sizzling steak. Got a couple questions here on Twitter. We have Deathwitch who asks, could you comment on the Pirates list of players that they are shopping? Well, they haven't really put out a list, so to speak. They haven't really discussed that because, like I mentioned to start the show, Neil Huntington has said if the trade deadline were to happen now or in the near future, that they would be buyers. So I wouldn't expect them to actually discuss a list that they're shopping because they're saying the exact opposite. Should you believe it? Recent history would tell you no. But John Morosi had a report a couple weeks ago of players that might be included in possible trades. Now, this is something that he has been told by a certain source, but according to him, those players would probably be Francisco Cervelli, would probably be Josh Harrison, maybe Jordy Mercer, even Starling Marte, I believe, was mentioned. So there's a list of guys, but we won't know for sure because according to them, they would be buyers if the trade deadline was near. But like I said, whether or not you believe that, it's up to you. Let's go to the phone lines. Clinton Altoona. Clinton, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Josh.
Appreciate you.
Hey, real quick, I want to comment on the Pirates, and then I want to ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
You look at the Pirates, like you said, putting the right players on the field and everything, and, that comes, too, from a lot of these players that are supposed to number one prospects. I don't know how many there are, but, a lot of them turn out to be busts, and it seems like some of them right now to this day are busts, and that's on the scouting, I think. And, I don't know, there's too many 20-something-year-olds there. You have to have veterans, especially in the pitching staff. But my question, I always think of this every day, is like if you have a team like the Pirates who's coming up on 40 years, it's been 40 years since they won a championship. I mean, a few years ago they could have made deals, got a David Price maybe to bolster their pitching staff and maybe another big hitter or two, but they were afraid, I guess, of mortgaging their supposed prospects that thought they were going to be good. I would answer yes to this question out of you, but I would, if you guarantee you to get rid of a bunch of prospects, get some proven guys in there, get to a World Series and finally win one after a long time, but be sort of lousy for 4 or 5 years, I'd take that trade off in a minute.
So basically you want to go with the Marlins type of scenario is what you're saying, and thanks for the call. To your point about having veterans as opposed to younger players, the veterans are the guys who aren't performing right now. Von Nova's 31, not performing. Sean Rodriguez is a veteran guy, not performing. David Freese brought him in as a veteran guy, not performing. George Contos, veteran reliever, got DFA'd in May. So I see where you're coming with it, but the guys that they brought in that are veterans aren't working. So I'll amend it by saying, don't just bring in veterans, bring in better veterans. I think that might be a better way to describe it. Got to take a break. We'll wrap up when we come back. Stick around.